Hi. This is my replica of an ancient Egyptian long necked lute. A lot of people call them a New Kingdom lute. It would have been built about 1500 BCE, um, contemporary with King Tut, the golden age of Egypt. Um, Egyptians had a shorter necked lute for a long time before this. This was probably based on one imported from Mesopotamia, but a lot of different similarities. It's not an exact copy, but I tried to be fairly close. You'll see there's no bridge on it. The tail piece is actually where the strings leave, so your scale length goes from there, and the it's determined by just another cord up here, and then the tuners are just pegs, and then these are used as fine tuners. I only have nylon on it right now. I think if I had sinew, it would probably project a little better. So just some thoughts from somebody who's I don't have any kind of music degree, or certainly not a historical musicologist. Just somebody who's been playing guitars for all my life. You could not compare this to a modern guitar. I mean, the projection just isn't there, but if you compare it to something like a cigar box guitar, the construction is similar. But of course, 3,000 years makes a little bit of difference. Some of the really innovative things on this, these aren't markers. This is just imitation sinew. They would have used the real thing, but they are actually frets. And they're not as bright sounding as a modern metal one. And if you'll notice on all the paintings they have of people playing a lute, they cradle them in their elbow. And it's kind of uncomfortable. They used a pick. It was more like a pencil, probably, which is really odd for a modern player. And they usually had them attached by a cord to the lute. That's because they didn't have pockets. Easy to lose your pick. So we know the Egyptians used the minor pentatonic scale, which, you know, the blues scale. What did the music sound like? Just from a guess, since it doesn't have great sustain, it was probably a lot of fast notes. Probably at least one of the strings was used as a drone string. This is a two string. They made three string versions too. But one thing that kind of is nice about holding it like this, you can hear it better. So the musicians, usually they were walking around, and there would have been a lot of percussion, a lot of drums, cymbals, really noisy, and it would be hard to hear this as you're playing it. As far as what the music sounded like, we don't have any idea because they didn't write musical. They wrote lyrics down, but they had no way of recording notation. But anyhow, if you ever at the end to do something that goes back 3,000 years, well, here's the beginning of them all.